Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Three Shades of Thickness podcast, episode 3. I am your host, Cloudy Diamond Hero, joined by
Green Goblin.
and.
And Sean.
Alright, so today, instead of me starting out as usual, how everyone likes it, Green and I were talking, and then he wanted to open with his own topic. So go ahead, Green.
Okay, so there was this TikTok post talking about people dying, like doctors that like made a cure for something that was like not like
Oh,
hard to make, and then they like just randomly died.
oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, do you know like Dr. Oz?
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah, where's he at? Tell me
Who's
that.
Dr. Oz?
where's he at?
Is he
What?
like the Wizard of
What are you
Oz?
trying to keep up with him? No, he's like Dr. Phil, but not at all.
But he's actually a doctor, and he actually
Dr. Phil is a psychiatrist. That's a doctor.
no, like he's actually like a
Like a
kind of like a doctor that recommends you things, and Dr. Phil's more like a doctor that
tries to help you
fixes
mentally.
problems.
Yeah, that's still a doctor.
No,
though.
but he's
Yeah.
just saying Dr. Oz is a different type of doctor.
I mean,
Anyway, so a bunch of there's a bunch of the doctors, and they all just like died.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right off the map, just died. There was
Yeah.
one that like cured like a specific type of cancer.
And
One was like
do you know where the
AIDS.
doctors were from? Like if they were from like
if they're
America?
all from the same place.
I think it was America because
They were all Americans.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That would make sense.
Because they're
Okay, do you know? I think the reason. No, I don't really think this is a reason because if they did cure like all the types of diseases, they would be so overpopulated, and they they would kind of not have space for any like houses and stuff, and they would just like the government was just like, no, I'm just gonna kill those people. Nah, we can't have this. Or the the freaking government is doing a conspiracy theory or something.
oh,
No,
so you think
yeah,
the American government just straight up murdered everyone?
yeah. And like,
Maybe.
what's in Area 51? That's a real question right
Oh
there.
yeah, maybe they were working at Area 51, and then like
No, not Area 51. Like,
oh yeah,
what
no,
is
they were
in Area
doctors.
51?
They were doctors. Why would they be at Area? Anyway, they're probably like working on something super high tech. Maybe like
Yeah.
Trump doesn't want COVID to like get solved because then.
Trump isn't president
Oh yeah,
anymore.
he got
Yeah.
impeached. I forgot.
No, he didn't.
He
He
got
didn't get
impeached.
impeached. No, he got on trial to get impeached, but he didn't. It was the same. It happened twice.
Hmm.
So you know how he was going to earlier in the year, and then he ended up not being. It's the same thing happened again.
Oh. Well, maybe Trump was like, "Hey man, if they solve
Hey man.
COVID, they're like." He was
Hey
like,
man.
Hey man.
"Hey dudes and dudettes, if COVID gets solved, then maybe I'll not become presidente anymore. So then I'm gonna just uh kill them."
Make a riot.
I don't think he said that.
No, no, he can like use the riot to spread COVID more.
No, because
That's literally
UV rays kill COVID. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's how it works.
no.
Really? Well, then how come at the BLM rallies, a lot of them didn't get COVID, and like they were close quarters. So like some of them had
Because there
COVID.
wasn't any COVID to pass around.
Some of them had COVID.
How? Okay, who did?
You want me to name names?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Names
Name them
and
right
I
now.
want names and addresses.
Okay, Phil Swift, who lives at 260 No Scope Drive.
Phil Swift was at the BLM riot.
No Scope Drive.
He lives at noscopedrive.com. Okay.
And he was at the BLM.
NoScopeDrive.com.
And he
What?
was just
No,
there.
250 noscopedrive.com. Okay.
Okay.
There was I feel like if I say anything.
Okay, hold on. Let's just stop for a second. And
There was Gregory.
Gregory who?
Tyson. No relation to
Where
Mike
does he
Tyson.
live?
Okay. Okay.
No relation to
Where
Mike
does he
Tyson.
live?
There
Where
was
does he live? Tell us.
he
Yeah,
lives
let's hear
at
the address.
Cloudy Diamond Hero. Tell us. Where does he live? In the
okay.
clouds?
Green Goblin. I'm the only. I speaking of clouds. I actually moved, not to the
Wow,
clouds, but
that's like
No, you're
so
at the
off
clouds.
topic.
Where do
no,
you
because
live?
we said clouds. Okay, fine. We'll go back on topic. Okay, you want other names?
So what-
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Michael J. Tyson. No relation to Mike Tyson. Um,
sounds like there is some
no,
relation.
there's absolutely no
Um,
relation, except that they're twin brothers, but no relation. There is,
okay,
um,
They're
understandable.
twin brothers, but there's no
there
relation.
was, there
That's
was,
that's understandable.
What?
there was Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but his middle name is The Rock. It's not a
Drawing
nickname.
the Rock
No,
Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but his middle name
I
is The
heard drawing,
Rock.
no cat.
No, it's Dwayne the Rock
Okay, go
Johnson,
on.
not
Okay, okay,
not
go,
the
go.
actor slash wrestler. It's someone else.
Where does he live? Where does he live? The Rock?
I don't know. Ask your mom.
Shh, man.
Oh.
If we kick anybody off the podcast, you know it's you, right?
Yeah, man.
No, I'm the
I got
reason.
you.
I hold the podcast together.
You
Without
just record. That's all you've got.
Boo!
Okay, let's go to another topic.
Okay. Anyway, so I moved.
I know you did.
Wow. Okay, that's
And
that's
so
very
like
anticlimactic.
the reason why I was filming like my background in the last two episodes was because like I knew I was gonna move, so
Yeah.
now
Okay.
that I'm actually at my house, I don't want people knowing. But like if you want to go to my old house, just go to hey Sean, what's your address again?
Nah, we're not doing that.
I thought I can bamboozle you. Speaking of
Wow.
bamboozled, what do you think of the challenge?
What
What
challenge?
challenge?
The bamboozle challenge.
What?
It's the jelly bean challenge.
That's
That's
bean
not even
boozled.
that interesting. That's so
Oh, it's
old.
bean boozled.
Yeah,
One
it's
time I ate a
bean.
handful of those jelly beans.
That's fucking.
That would explain so much.
That's why you're so
All the
fucking
illness that you've got going on.
fucked up in the head.
I feel like this is bullying, guys.
No,
Oh,
it
this thing
isn't.
does fucking hella damage.
Anyway,
Okay, wait. So, like, what do you guys think about mobile game ads? Like, just
Oh,
general.
some of them really piss me off.
yeah, I know all of them are really bad except for this one called Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. Download now
We're
and
not even sponsored by
get
them.
a free champion. No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
no, stop.
No,
That was just a
No, I
joke.
hate them because they're so cringy. Mostly like ones with actors in it.
I play Raid
The
Shadow.
actors are
I play Raid
so
Shadow
bad.
Legends daily. It's the most fun game ever that I've ever played.
Okay, Raid Shadow Legends is ads are not that. It's not that bad.
I tried to
rate
play the
them, like,
game, and then it was
5 out
so
of 10.
confusing. Or I'm just dumb.
I'm pretty sure it's the second option.
Yeah, you're drunk. You're dumb.
I am so beautiful,
Well.
girl.
No.
Okay.
No, you're really not. You're about as beautiful as a fridge.
you
Fridges
have
are pretty cool.
you have
Fridges
me
are okay.
suicidal, suicidal. Anyway, mobile game ads. There's a lot.
They're freaking garbage.
There's so many where it's
Like,
like
there's
they advertise again. And you try it out because like what the hell? You've got to be there for the 30 seconds no matter what so you play. But then it's a fake game and it just sends you to the app store.
man. You know what? I'm gonna not
I don't
name.
know if
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had that before, but
I'm
it
not
might
gonna
be
name
one
a
of the most
game, but like
annoying.
Like those games that you can like pay on the ad, but it sends you to the app store. Like that
Yeah.
one. Or...
Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones.
And the one
Or like
that
the
the
ones
ads
where
are,
they advertise a game, but it's not the actual game.
I know, that's what I was just about to
yeah,
say.
or that
Like, someone should sue them, right? Someone
like the
could sue
game is
them
really
for
good.
that. Like for false
Well, no,
advertising.
Yeah.
they're getting taken down because it's like false advertising.
Well, it might not be
But
because
it's
like,
still
but like when
Or
you,
like the ad, yeah,
but when you like
it's
first,
still
like the
false
ad one is
advertising.
really good.
like when you first play the game though, like what you expect to see is like what you see in the ad, but it's not at all that. Like the ad is really just like it's probably just like a side mini game or something that you gotta play like a few times.
Yeah. Or the ad is like really good gameplay and the game is so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably how you get people hooked though. Like it's kind of smart, right? Like if you have like a
Oh no,
really
it makes
like if
100% sense. But
You get
whether
them to
it's a whether or not
download the game.
they
the
should be allowed to.
I don't know about like should they be
Yeah.
allowed to or not, but like it's like annoying for like the people, but it's kind of smart, because there's some mobile games that I play, but most of them you can just play on your computer or desktop or laptop, whatever you want to call
Like what?
it. Some I
You
play
guys know what we should do? Go on.
I was
Among
just
I
about
Us.
to
was
say, there's this one game called Hearthstone. Please sponsor me. It's an amazing game. Um, Go download it now with the code slash yourmans.com/org dot
That's
www.
not the code.
that is
The
not
code
code.
it's automatic in computers. Just press Control Shift QQ and you're fine. You're all good.
Only if you have a
Anyway, it's
Chromebook
like a
though.
really
Only
fun
if you
game.
have a Chromebook.
Also Among Us. I play that. Uh,
Wow.
Anyway, Green. What do you want?
You know what we should do? An ASMR video for Halloween.
No.
Yeah, just us talking into the mic like it's spooky.
We should like
Ah.
play a game, not a choose your own adventure because greens get like messed up. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
No,
like
there's something
no,
we'll get
I don't.
we'll get
that
demonetized if we share what he does. Like let's just leave it at that.
It's
So,
only on my OnlyFans. You can only find that sort of.
OnlyFans. What's your
Yep.
OnlyFans? For
sheesh.
It's
Oh, what the
stalker of cloudydiamondhero.com.
stalker of cloudydiamondhero.com. Okay, let me just.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Wow, these are some very delicious pictures. Anyway.
Because they're all pictures of you. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Your parents must be so disappointed.
they're really proud. Actually,
I don't think they are.
I don't think you are proud of me.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
you're
You've
not.
guessed right. You're right for one.
For once, more like for twice. You idiot.
What?
I've outsmarted you.
Do you guys go
No, you
like
what?
when you guys go to the store like and you meet like that one cashier that looks like they're about to like
Kill you?
they don't really want to work. Like nobody really wants to work, but they look like they want to kill somebody, kill themselves.
Yeah.
That
What?
look in their eye, they're just like, yeah.
What about them?
They're just
Yeah.
a different breed.
That's all you wanted to say? Cashiers that want to
Just
kill
wanted-
themselves are a different breed.
Yep.
This is my
Well,
impression of the
alright.
cashiers. You've got me suicidal.
Bro, we're gonna get copyrighted.
No,
just
it's
because
not. No, it's not. Because like my pitch is really bad, so then it's good. We're good. Man, this one time, uh, I was working at an unnamed place, and I got like
unnamed place. No, we're not cutting that out.
anyway, like
Editor, add that in.
You would say leave that in, not why would you add it in?
No, leave that in. Just
Anyway, so I was working at this place, okay, and like I got the can I swear?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got
like
the
3 times.
shit scared out of me. Okay, so here's what happened. Let me paint you a picture. I was working, and then I was getting off, okay? So I was making myself a little something, something. And then one of my coworkers was taking this. So this is like during COVID, right? So he picked up his wrapped sub with his hand, and he was gonna put it in a bag, which is like it's not weird. It's not weird. It's actually pretty normal. Anyway, so he's gonna do that, and then the guy is like, "Hey, hey, you!" And then I'm like, "Ah!" Because I think he's talking about me. So I look, and then
That's the fakest
so
scream I've ever heard.
I think that
well, I didn't actually
Ah!
scream. I just kind of got scared, and then I look up, and then he starts yelling at my coworker for picking it up, with his hand, which is like it's a wrapped sub,
it's
Wait,
basically
I
a
didn't hear you.
and
What
legal
then
happened?
in Subway, right?
so my coworker he picked up a wrapped sub, like this guy's wrapped sub with his hand, and then the customer, starts yelling at him. And then, whew, man, it
As
was
one
scary because
does.
I thought he was talking about me. I thought he was talking to me, and I was like, "Dude,
Wait,
I'm
why
just
would
trying to
he?
make my thing. I was just trying to
Why
make
would
my
he?
my sandwich and then leave. You know?
Wait, so your coworker just grabbed his
No, so like, so
sandwich.
he grabbed the wrapped sub. So the sub was wrapped in paper. So he was picking it up to put it into a bag, right?
Okay.
So that's normal. That's normal Subway stuff. And then he starts yelling because like about COVID or whatever. Like where we work, we wash our hands like multiple times, like times an hour, like
That's a good thing,
like so
you're
many,
supposed to
like
wash your hands.
we wash our hands so many times that like we don't even have any germs left to spread, you know. So anyway, we had to like remake him a sub, and then oh man, that was so scary though. Like that one time when he started yelling, because I thought he was yelling at me, and I was like, man, I just want to, my time is up. I just want to leave. Do you guys have
Oh, so
any?
you were leaving work?
Well, like I was getting ready to leave work. Do you guys have
Oh.
any scary stories of your own?
Oh
That's
yeah.
not
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll
I
go
have
with
one.
green first.
Okay, so um, me and my friends were walking down the street for school, and like it was a school run, and like this happened like 2 years ago, but
Oh.
yeah. So
Ah.
like one of the kids, he was a dumbass. He was so rude. He was a different breed.
Because of how
He was
cool
a
he was.
different breed of human.
Okay, this isn't clear. He's talking about me.
No, he's not. I'm not talking about you.
No, I was there though. Oh, you're
You
talking
were
about the
there,
other
but
kid. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he was
yeah.
annoying. He.
And then okay, so we were doing the run, and like everybody was running. We were behind him, and this car just squirts up. It did the loudest noise, and and the car was so old. The car was really old, and so me and my other midget friend, we started running. We just
nah,
bolted,
you do that.
and then
That's not
Cloudy Diamond just stood there
I was
like
shocked.
he
Okay,
just stood there and
let me give a
watched.
little bit of context, okay? So what was happening
No, no,
is
no, wait. Let me finish the story. Let me finish
okay,
the story.
sorry.
And then the kid, he got kidnapped by a
No,
man. He
that's
just
not
got
true.
kidnapped straight
That's
out
not
of the
true.
street.
That's not true. That's
Everybody
not
was
true.
watching.
That's
He
false.
just got
That's false.
kidnapped.
Okay, let
We
me
just
tell you what
ran,
happened.
and we were just like, we're out of there.
Okay, let me tell you the actual story of what happened, okay? So me, Green, and two other
No,
friends.
that is the actual
Sean
story.
Sean wasn't there. Okay, so we were walking down the street and we were like, "Ooh, we love running." So we were raising our hands up to like reach into trees and steal and steal people's like apples and stuff from their trees, right?
Oh yeah.
And
True.
then so then we started walking, right? And then so we see the annoying kid, all right? So then he takes an apple from a different tree, okay? And then like as he does that, like a car was driving away, okay? So I'm gonna assume like this guy was the owner, okay? So the car like it comes back, like it skirts back, like it was like skirt, and then he gets out the car, he grabs the kid, he's like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? What do you?" And he starts yelling, and then like Green and
Wait, who
like
was the other kid?
the other kid that was with me, there's four of
Yeah.
us. The annoying kid.
Okay, well then, yeah. Who
Okay,
was it?
I'll tell you him out. I'll tell you his name afterwards. So anyway,
Okay.
so Green and then Green and one of our friends, they book it, okay? So they're like out. Me and one of my friends, we're either in shock or like confusion about what's gonna happen, okay? So he starts like yelling at the kid. He's like, "Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that!" And then he like makes him like drop the apple, and then like I think the kid like started crying, and then
Oh, I
like
think I know who
they
this is.
did,
Yeah, I
like it
definitely know who
was
this is.
mad. Like it was so scary because like we were like, "Ooh, I love running," and like we were stealing apples from people's trees. And then we were like very wasteful of it though too. It was really it was funny from our perspective.
I've got I've got one. It's not that scary, but I'll tell it anyways. So, it was summer 2020, and me and a bunch of friends, we all came over to my house. They were playing Man Tracker out in the streets, just in the road. And so we come by this one house, and this particular house had. Hey, Cloud, I just noticed this now, but did you notice that your mask, because it's like not the color of a human, that it blends in with your background?
Um,
I was just thinking that.
well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no,
'Cause,
I kind of saw it like blending in.
cut that out.
Okay,
Yeah, whatever. But
Sean.
where was I? No. We'll just keep on going from here. What happened to Green?
Oh, center of sports. No, I'm just kidding.
Of sports.
Okay. Anyway, continue your story. Continue your story.
So this particular house had like 4 or 5 cars in the driveway. Like there was just a bunch of cars. And I didn't really think anything of it. It was like whatever, it doesn't even matter. And so we keep on playing. We come by, and when we pass this house, all of the car alarms go off. Like every single one of them. And they'll start beeping everything, and I'm like, "Oh, that's not that good, right?" Because I mean,
Yeah.
a bunch of kids, well, not kids, but like a bunch of like teenagers going past cars, and the alarms going off doesn't look too good.
No, it's
And
yeah.
what?
So our first, all of our first instinct is to book it.
So yeah, so we all sprint away. So we're sprinting away from cars, and of course, this looks horrible when you're just like watching from afar. Like just a bunch of people running away from cars that have alarms going off. But I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. So, and my neighborhood is shaped like a figure eight. So we did a loop around back, and there's this old dude who's just standing outside on the phone. I'm like, okay, whatever. He can be outside, it doesn't matter. And we get closer, and he turns to us, and he just says, "Were you guys pulling on those doors?" And I'm like, "No." Like, what are you talking about? No, we weren't. And then he goes back onto the phone, and he's like, 911, I'd like to report a bunch of people pulling on car doors, and then my address. And I was like,
It was like
wait a minute, hey, wait a minute,
it was like, what answer
because
were we supposed to get for him not to report us? Like, if we're like, yeah, no, that was us.
because I told him, like, yeah, oh yeah, sorry, we were pulling on the doors.
Like,
No,
what answer
because
could
we
we get for him
weren't
not to?
anyways. What? Yeah. And so now I'm kind of pissed off because this guy just called the cops on us for no apparent reason. We told him that it wasn't us. We told him all that. So I'm like, well, shit. Like, the cops are coming to my house, well, to my neighborhood, and they're gonna like whatever. So so I go around and I'm running around making sure that all the people that were in the game knew that the cops were coming, and I was just gonna have everybody go and hide in my backyard and just kind of wait it out and then keep playing after the cops were gone. Because then maybe if the guy called back again, then they would get mad at the dude rather than us. And so I'm running around and I pull up. So there's this like gravel road at the top of the neighborhood, and there's like a little creek, and some of my other friends were fishing for whatever reason, and so I come by and I'm like, hey, because it was their house that had all the cars in front of it. But I was like, hey, your dad or your parents or whatever, they got the cops called on us. And so they're like, oh no, my dad's pranking you. And of course, they're like in deep in I don't know how to word that. Like deep down, I knew that like it was his dad pranking us, but I didn't want to tell that
Oh,
dude
shut up.
for whatever reason because I don't think he'd believe me anyways.
No, you didn't. You were
No, I didn't.
scared.
I was
You
like,
were
well,
scared
no, I was.
shitless, as like the rest of us.
Yeah, well, I was like, well, shit, like because like whose ass is it gonna be on? It's gonna be on the host's ass. Guess who's the host? Me. So I was more stressed than any of you guys. Because great, now I'm gonna have to like I don't have a whole lot of money. So
We're gonna have to bail each other out of jail,
yeah,
man.
so I was scared shitless. I was like, well, these guys have to get it. We're gonna have to split the check or split the
Split
ticket.
the check.
So I was like,
And
well, like, when did you come back? Green, when did you
me?
just come?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was talking the whole time, but I was actually muted. So
Okay, anyway, Sean, tell him what happened to one of our
Anyway, all right,
friends.
all right. Anyways, so one of my friends, he stayed back with this dude when the cops come, so he would explain because he didn't live there, so it wouldn't be as big of a deal. And so I'm scared shitless. Like, if anyone can understand, like I was pretty nervous.
We all were really
And so I'm getting everybody together, and guess who's not there? One of my cousin. My cousin was in town. That's why we arranged it and everything. And he wasn't there. So of course now I'm like, well, now what? Great, like he's not here. I've got to go find him. So I'm running around trying to find this kid. And his mom was like super like, well, she still is. She's like super overprotective. So he doesn't know anything. Like he's just like a little lump of dough. Yeah.
lump
And
of dough. Seriously,
yeah, lump of
that's the
dough.
best
He doesn't
definition.
know anything. He's like a little nerdy kid who just works on school all the time.
All right.
And so I'm trying to find this kid because he's not gonna know what to do. And so I find him. I'm like, you got to go to my backyard right now. The cops are coming. Now he's freaking out. Great. But he goes to my backyard regardless. It was fine. And so then I start walking back because I'm like, okay, that's everybody. I walk back to my house, and two cop cars pass me. So now I'm like, whoa, okay, this is actually happening. So I run over to my friend who's standing in front of the house, and they get out of the car. The dude's standing there. He's all mad and everything. And my friend just he starts talking. He's like, no, we didn't do this. All that to the cops. And then finally, my friend's dad came out of his house, and he was just like, yo, like it was me. they didn't actually do anything, like all that kind of stuff. And it ended up being fine. We had a laugh, whatever. I still hate that dude to this day, but yeah, it was
Okay, let me give a little more context here just to.
from
So I just
from
want to
another.
say, so like it was me, Sean, and then like one of our friends were like walking around, and then we met the people that were like fishing, right? And we were all like, yeah, no man, I'm not scared to talk to the cops. Well, we were like trying to gather people around to get in our backyard, and one of our buddies is just waiting there. He's just waiting for the cops to come. He was talking to the guy that called the
Yeah,
cops on us. He was he was asking our buddy questions, and he wouldn't. He was like, "No, I'm not gonna
like
tell you that."
who lives here and all that, like who's the kid that lives around here. And thankfully he didn't
No, he
spill.
didn't say anything.
So
We're like, "Man," I was feeling like, you know what, man? I don't even care. Like, I'll talk to the cops, and he's waiting for the cops. I was like, "Man," so we like gathered everyone, right?
no, you were scared shitless too.
So
You
then
didn't
like
know what to do either.
Yeah, so like we gathered everyone, right? And then we were like pretty much like all in the backyard, right? And I was like, "Oh my God, where's enter whatever name you want here." Okay? And then
Yeah, we won't share names for privacy
and
reasons.
then so like we start walking around and we find him, he's just waiting there. And we're like, "Man, sure, we'll wait here with you." We'll wait here for the cops. So cops show up, their dad comes out, and then it's all good.
And it was all fine in the
Yeah.
end.
Ending
So
on
fun times.
And on that note, we should
Yeah, that
probably
dude
end
still
here.
lives there, and he's still a jackass.
All right, so on that note, we'll probably end here. Any last regards, guys?
You're glitching out really bad.
Okay. Anything you want to say before we end?
No,
Nope.
that was pretty good.
All right,
I think
guys.
that's
So thank you so much for joining us on our third podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell if you liked what you saw. If you didn't, you can still do that
don't
things.
and you still like it.
Yeah, you
So
can
and then
still. We
it
don't
can grow
care.
the account and it'll be good because yeah,
Yeah.
we need some
Subscribe, slice
Slice.
that like button.
slice.
Yes,
Slice.
slice that like button.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Do anything to the like button. It is not a person. Don't worry about it.
All right, people of whatever gender you please. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, guys. That's the end of the third podcast. Thank you so much for keeping up with us. And I'm really sorry if you hear a lot of the noise breaths. That's coming from me. I don't know how to edit those out. But if you do, comment down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when our next video is out. Have a great day, you luscious beasts.